Hi everyone, it's Mitch. It's Saturday, November 8th. It's my favorite day of the week and my favorite time of the year. It's college football. We got a great slate of games today. Before I even get started, even talking about the newsletter, which I talk about all the time, and everyone who signed up for it has already received it this week. I'm going to try something different today. Today early I'm going to talk about three of the early games, and then later on I'm going to come back and talk about some of the later games. I'm thinking maybe I'll even come back like in the middle of the afternoon, talk about some of like the afternoon games, and then talk about some of like the really late night games like the Texas Tech, which starts at 7 o'clock here Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. So, we're going to try something different. There's going to be at least 2 videos today, maybe 3. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Those of you signed up for the newsletter, you got it. You got the picks. And, the picking contest, I'm still getting entries. You still have time to get them in. So get them in. The more the merrier. It's going to be so far it's the biggest week ever for the picking contest. Less than 10% of my subscribers sign up for the thing. So your odds are pretty good. Okay, let's get right into the games. The first game we're going to talk about, they're all going to be the 12 noon Eastern time games, by the way, and 11 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock out on the West Coast. So this will give us the opportunity to come back, talk about 3 more. I'm so excited about this. The first game we're going to talk about is right here in Chicago, actually a little up north in Evanston, and that's going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes coming to town to play the Northwestern Wildcats. Normally, when I think Ohio State, I figure big traveling fan base, and maybe they are in town, but I haven't seen them. So, maybe the Wildcats are in luck, but I don't think they're going to be in too much luck on the football field because the Buckeyes are a talented bunch, and they come in up a bye week. They're going to be well rested. Northwestern on the other side of the ball is just so battered and bruised this year. It's like, who's playing quarterback? They're down to like their third string running back. I mean, they got it done at Minnesota last week. Well, I think the chances of them getting it done against the Ohio State Buckeyes after a week of rest, in this kind of physical condition, even in their top form, Northwestern would be hard-pressed to compete with an Ohio State team any year. But I think that, this year it's going to be extremely tough, especially given the physical state of the Northwestern squad. We're going to move into the next game, and that's going to be Wisconsin traveling to Indiana to take on the Hoosiers. The Badgers haven't been playing that well this year. I'll come out and say it. I really thought that they had a chance to win the Big Ten. I love the way that they play football. Power running game. I like a hard-hitting defense. Their defense has not come up big, when they've needed it to, and it's cost them. It's cost them a lot because it's rare that you get 3 running backs like they have in their backfield. They're just tremendous. But we all know, and we've been following this stuff all year, and we know that there's no better get well and make you feel good about yourself game than a trip to Bloomington to take on the Hoosiers, who have only covered once all season, and they're going to keep that intact because I look for Wisconsin to control the clock, control the game, maybe take out a little bit of their season-long frustrations on the Hoosiers today, and we're going to stick with that one. The next early game we're going to go with is the Arkansas Razorbacks getting 13 points at South Carolina. That's just a lot of points, and Arkansas they beat Tulsa last week, the last time out, and then they've been playing pretty well. They lost by some big scores this year, but let's look at who those big scores were against. They lost to Texas by a big score, Florida by a big score, and Alabama by a big score. Those are 3 teams that are killing everybody. Florida, a lot of people think they're the best team in the country right now. A lot of people think Texas is the best team in the country, and Alabama is ranked like they're the best team in the country. So, there's no shame in losing those 3 games. Yeah, they lost them by, tremendously huge margins, but, a lot of those teams had grudges against the Hogs from, from days gone by. And, the coaches, though, they come and go, they still have an obligation to the alumni and the fan base to kind of repay those debts, as we saw, with Urban Meyer earlier in the year in the Miami game. So, those are the 3 games that we're going to go with for the early play, and, we'll move on. We'll be back this afternoon with even some more games to talk about. This is exciting stuff. It's college football. It's Saturday. Does it get any better than this? This is Mitch, and thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you guys later. See you in the forums.